Welcome to Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium for this Sunday afternoon where there's some bite in the air. This sun has been fierce all afternoon. We just had a reserve grade game where the ladies just were pumped under that sun. So it'll still have impact in this game. We're going to start a little later too because we had an injury with one of the referees in those games. So we've had to do swapping of referees around. So we may be a little late before we get this game underway while they work that out. What we have two giants of women's football here in Darwin. They are Hellenic Athletic Football Club's women's side up against Casuarina Football Club's ladies team, and those two teams have normally been in the top 4 or 2 throughout the last 20 years and have been battling for championship and premierships ever since. Again, these same teams will be back on Wednesday night for the semi-final of the FNT Women's Challenge Cup, which is our midweek knockout competition for the women, similar to the FFA Cup. Ourselves in Queensland have started. Western Australia will start next year, and then we'll essentially get this around the country. So we have what we should have had from the beginning, a women's version of the FFA Cup, a knockout competition midweek, just to show the skills that come when you're in a knockout competition. So these two teams back here on Wednesday night. I'd like to see you here. If you're at the stadium, would be fantastic. If not, you can watch it live streaming. 7:15 next Wednesday, you'll see the semi-final. Hellenic taking on Casuarina and the FNT Women's Challenge Cup. Now, what that impacts on here is that squads will matter today. The depth of the squad, how many injuries you take into the game or those on your bench and how well they'll be used by their coaches. So Maddie Hadjic and will be working hard to get the right players on at the right time and also looking towards Wednesday too when he needs to obviously win that match as well. Same goes for the Casuarina coach. When he plays those subs, when he brings them on, hopefully both teams don't have injuries that force those decisions and they get through to where they plan to make those changes. So a lot will happen today. It'll be a real chess match between these two teams and a chess match driven by their coaches and their technical staff, and we wish them all the best. My name is Bruce Stoller. Thank you for joining us on FNT TV. This is going right around the territory and around the country. Thank you for your support, whether it's here or live streaming. Sit back, enjoy what will be always a fantastic game of football from these two great clubs. Hellenic taking on Casuarina shortly. welcome to Larrakia Park. We're on Larrakia Nation. The first thing we should do is recognise and acknowledge the elders of the Larrakia Nation, past, present, and of course the very important emerging elders and leaders within the Larrakia Nation. They are saltwater people, and the beautiful part of Darwin is their homeland, and the traditional owners, and everywhere we step here, they have stepped before us. So on a really important day for both these clubs in the Women's Premier League, we thank them for access to Larrakia Park today. My name's Bruce Staller. Thank you for joining us on FNT TV. These two teams, as we said in the introduction, always have titanic struggles. Great football clubs, really strong female football culture, and we want to congratulate all the volunteers within those clubs that each hour, each day, each week and each month of our seasons put their own time in so that the ladies can play at the highest level here in the Northern Territory and build those pathways. So there'll be a few kids out here today because the depth of the squads will matter. As we said also in the opening, that both these sides are back again on Wednesday night in the knockout competition called the FNT Women's Challenge Cup. Right, and those squads are full today on both sides, and there has been reserve grade games here for Hellenic, so their players on the bench will be certainly warmed up ready when they get a chance. Both coaches, Martino Suarez with Casuarina and Matt Hadjic with the Hellenic ladies, will be hoping to make the changes when they want to make those changes, not have to be enforced by any injury or any unforeseen thing during the match. Well, the referees are nearly ready. Eric in the centre. On a really warm Sunday. It has been a very warm Sunday here in Darwin, in the top end of Australia. It's been tropical conditions, even though it's a few weeks into our dry season. Currently around 32, 33 degrees, a little bit more in the sun, and not really much of a relieving breeze. It comes occasionally with some force and then disappears again. At the moment, it's not around. So on behalf of McDonald's, we thank you so much, McDonald's, for supporting girls and women's football. We'll get this underway live streaming. Hellenic with the ball in this round 7 match and the last game of this round. Referee whistle to mouth, checks with his ARs. We'll get this going. Gemma Martin on the ball. That's one of the many McCrillises you'll see today. That's Joanna, just gave the ball away to Tom. And solid work from the back is something you'll see also all day from Terrell Collins. That's Ellie Missop, number 13 for Casuarina, putting one over the top. And Steph Trakillis doing some early work in the midfield where she'll sit for most of the game and distribute. Experienced campaigner, Steph Trakillis for Hellenic. And this is a Casuarina throw-in. It'll just roll back to Collins, who do equally the same, and send it back to Jamie Ellis, who's playing in the back line. This is Jackie Anion-Smith on the ball now. You know, Casuarina are wearing the pink socks and the pink bands around both the collar and the sleeves. That's an annual event for the Casuarina Women's Football Club, highlighting a number of issues. And they wear it very proudly. Saw them getting a team photo before kick-off. Right, into the game. That's Ellie McCrillis, the captain, putting a ball through to Gemma Martin. She's got to get past the defence. And that's not easy to do against Casuarina. Tom on a run. Gets around Eki and Aragon, but only as far as the sideline. No breeze at the moment, so those in the full sun will be feeling this heat on this Sunday afternoon. Local time, around 7:10 here in Darwin. Tom puts a lovely ball in. Nice header away by Pablo. And Joanna McCrillis will get us restarted. The little number 3 for Hellenic. Don't let her size form an opinion.
She is very strong on the ball. That's on slip through opportunity for Ellie. Went back behind Ellie McCrillis. Otherwise, she would have been having a go. Daphne Shalakis. Again, Sophia Pablo makes the mix. And that is another McCrillis there. That's Lisa. Push it into the side netting. And it'll be collected by, again, Sophia Pablo makes the mix. And that is, and of course, Michelina was with Hellenic last year. Still great mates with every other player. Before the games, there's all these hugs and reacquainting with each other. And then she heads back to the custodial goalkeeping role for Casuarina, first year in that role for the club. So looking at Casuarina, they've got N. Aragon. They've got Nadia Lely and Newcomb, and Missob will make up the back four for the Rowdies. That's Fulton now on the ball. Offside. Early advance down on the Northcrest scoreboard side. Thank you to McDonald's, as I said earlier in the opening. They are fantastic supporters of girls and women's football in the NT, and they help us with every single program, competition or event in the women's game. Thank you to McDonald's. That's Ellis. Good ball over the top. This will be a good battle all day between Missob and the captain from Hellenic. Ellie Ismail with the ball now. Trying to put one forward and get one of this defensive forward at the back of Hellenic off their game, and that's not going to happen. Two of the most exciting talents in our game there, 10 on 10. That's opportunity now, move forward. And Rachel Hoffman been busy. Number 9 for Casuarina. And her partner up there will be Michelle Peter. So some tall timber in Michelle. And a real energy comes from Hoffman. Dangerous pairing, those two up front of Casuarina. And just sitting behind him is the little engine, Alex Fulton, who will just go all day. Number 3 for Casuarina. Well, we had 5 minutes of the game. It's what we usually get from these two teams, sorting each other out, just probing, looking for an opportunity. Very rare do we get a goal early from these two sides against each other. So Peter's with the ball. Peter. And Michelle moves forward. Puts one on the inside, trying to find Fulton. And Collins is there. Clear it away. Now Tom. Nice play from Joanna Marikillis. 4 really good passes. Then Trakillis offloading one. You can see you get caught on this time. Ellie's run was a little early, the captain. But she'll get those runs and the timing right eventually. You can see what they're going to do. They're going to go the long ball if they get a free. And you'll notice also how quickly they want to get their own number 10 on the ball. And that's Sophia Makrilos. What a battle it'll be between Sophia and Eki from Casuarina. 2 10s, 2 young players, the future of our game. Jackie Anion Smith, all technique, whatever she does. Moves in. Look at that lovely balance and the ball over the top. It's well placed. Collins is in there. Hoffman's in there. Hoffman, he doesn't know where the ball is. As she turned, it was right there for her. Players down, and it's a keeper, so we will call it player safety all the time. Ball put away by Makrilis. So we get full attention on the keeper, Kashikala. And a day will come out. And again, a great volunteer for the Hellenic Club, a great volunteer for women's football in general. So hopefully Carla's okay. Collision of players then. Not much movement at this stage. Came a long way out, as you can see, outside our area to defuse that. and while they work on her, there's real concern being shown by the two players with her. There's movement now from Carla. Referee stays with the downed player. And both teams are taking the opportunity to have a chat to their respective coaches and also get some hydration, clearly. They were just building momentum in both teams. They're going to have to restart again. The main concern here is whether Carla Casuarina, the keeper for Hellenic, is okay. She's up. And the breeze just on cue has come back, which that'll be a little bit of relief for all the players. She's up and out. Still Ginger on that right leg. You can see her as she makes her way back. But now settled players are back. Mickey Hildas needs to make her way back. Referee will do a drop ball restart. It'll go to Casuarina. We'll send it all the way back. Sportsmanship, of course, from Alex Fulton and the team of Casuarina. No scores yet. It's about 9 minutes on the North Crest scoreboard. Casuarina's had to use her right boot on that occasion. Put it upfield. Gemma Martin in the middle there, looking dangerous. Lovely ball through to Lisa McCrillis. That's a forward ball. It's going to have too much power and punch on it. It'll roll down to Mickey, the keeper. And Hordas puts her right boot to it, where it sits right in the circle where the ball is at the moment. Peter. Michelle just threads a beautiful ball through to Fulton, then replies with the run. Fulton turns around from Joanna McCrillis and goes towards goal, takes the shot. Great save from Carla Casuarina. That was going in. That'd be all white net vibrating had she not got across and done such a wonderful twisting of the body and pushing out that right arm and parrying it around the right post. So recovered from the injury and had to, because Fulton was on song and on line. Right, she'll take this one. It's a short one to Aragon, and Aragon goes forward, puts a left foot to it. Again, keeping Carla Casuarina honest. She grabbed that cleanly. And I think both keepers have been working with Tony Franken, the national goalkeeping coach from Football Australia, the Socceroos, and works with all the elite teams, of course, with John Crawler in the goalkeeping ranks for football in Australia. So it's great to have him up here. And he's working with all our young keepers. There's only two players, well maybe three. Daphne Hoffman and Carla Casuarina in sunshine at the moment. That's a dangerous ball. Pulled away by Hudas. Now Anyan. And Akira moves forward. Tom in there with some strong work, as is Fulton. So it starts again where it started just a moment ago with Joanna McCrillis with a throw-in on the grandstand side. This is Women's Premier League. Round 7, last match of the round. Hellenic running from left to right in the screens in the blue and white. Up against the Casuarina, the Rowdies, as their nickname is. Fulton. Alex does a lovely turn on the inside again. Puts the ball through to Peter. Peter's going to have to contend with Ellis, who goes a short pass to Trachillis, who just floats across the field and directs one down the middle where it's Nadia Ellie gets in there. Now Sophia Pablo on the ball, number 8 for Casuarina. Challenges Trachillis. Trachillis gets it on a rebound and then goes back to Ellis. Breeze is picked up again. Coming strongly from the northwest, and an advantage very much to Hellenic at the moment. Coming out of the left-hand bottom corner of your screen, where this breeze is coming with some force at the moment. Coolly for the crowd in the stands. Now Tom on a run, going to take on N. Aragon. And that'll be a late tackle and a missed time one as well. So just outside the area, it'll be one for Hellenic to restart it. Looks like Tom will take it as well. Player that was brought down by N. Aragon. Reminder, both these teams are back Wednesday night for the FNT Women's Challenge Cup. Tom. Hands on hips. 2 in the wall. Onion Smith and Newcomb. And now Peter going back to give some height to that back. Defensive set up for Casuarina. Right, number 8, Hellenic, Tom on the ball. Player that was brought down now has a chance to put it into that dangerous area where Sophia McCrillis and Gemma Martin and Ellie McCrillis and Lisa McCrillis all sit ready. Ball comes in. Got some height. Cleared away by Onion Smith. With real power. But Hellenic still have it back. They may even start from the same position. Nadia Ellie putting some pressure on, offside. So good pressure from Lely, sorry. And Nadia's work there made Ellie McCrillis overstep the mark and be offside. Right, Onion Smith with the ball. Pink socks. And the pink edges around the collar and the sleeves in today's Casuarina kit. Special occasion for the football club and the women's team in particular. Steph Trakillis, Peter. Nice ball on the inside. Won't find the intended target, which was 11, which is Nikki Kalidis. And Kalidis will watch the ball like the rest of us flow right over to the other side, where there has been an offside called. So Ellie Missop will collect it. He'll come right back where Newcomb will probably get us underway. Number 6 for Casuarina. No scorers yet, coming up to 15-minute mark. Had that little delay there because of Carla Kashakala's injury, the keeper for Hellenic. She's up and about and brought off one spectacular save to keep the scores where they are. It will be Newcomb. Back to Missop. Missop puts one through to Pablo. Pablo does a lovely turn on the inside, trying to find Onion Smith. So it'll get back to Missop and a throw in, but not the most direct route. Onion Smith moves up and says, I'll take this. So she'll do a long throw into the breeze, so it'll be held up. Breeze is picked up again. You can see that flag fluttering with the assistant referee on the Northcrest scoreboard side. Now Lisa McCrillis puts a ball through. If Gemma Martin gets on, that'll be dangerous. And no player knows that more than Nadia Lely, the centre defender. Got an amazing engine on her. She runs all day and has pace. Number 4 for Casuarina in the central defence with Newcomb. And Jessie in her sweep really effectively for the Rowdies. They'll need to. There's a really potent forward line presented by Hellenic. Trakillis, it's going to have too much punch. Early game. Starting to get the sense about this one. As I said, you don't normally get an early goal with these two teams. They're fiercely competitive. And often challenge for the top 2-3 spots in the premiership run. And then certainly feature in the Hollywood end of the championships. Hordas up to Sophia Pablo. Trakillis is in there early. Pablo, nice turn. It's Hoffman right out there at the moment. Pushing wide. She throws to Peter. Michelle brings it down. Controls it, looking to go somewhere. Where are they? She says, you go, Nikki. And Fulton makes the run from almost the midfield across, where Ellis is in the way. They're battling for it again. Ellis goes back to Collins. Collins will go back to the keeper, and Kashakala has an opportunity to go to the right, where McCrillis is. If that ball's intercepted by Onion Smith, she will put a shot on without a doubt. I knew it. She'll be disappointed with herself. Her body just, and the weight and the direction just wasn't right. But that is such a Jackie Smith area. Maybe just take another touch, another metre, and then she would have had the balance what she wanted. But that's the danger they possess. You got to make sure that your passes are direct and find their place, because Jackie Smith and the rest of them will be waiting. It's a long ball from Casuarina over little Sophia McCrillis. The two tens come together. And Arrogant around the corner. That's a throw in. That'll be long throw. Nadia Ellie, Newcomb. Jesse's going to try and bring that in, but can't. So Sophia, no, Tom's going to take it. I was going to say Joanna might come up. It's going to be a Tom retrieval and a throw in, looks like. She comes back into vision now. Lisa McCrillis, great tackle, Anion Smith. As I said, just watch the technique she has when she kicks the ball, when she tackles, and just what she does off the ball as well. Such a smart player. Number 17, Jackie Anion Smith for the Rowdies. Fulton. Good work from Gemma Martin. You want to see your defenders doing that. Your strikers doing that. So just coming up to the 20-minute mark. A really enthralling match, this one. Not much being given either way. Only one shot on anger, really, and it came from Casuarina. It was a lovely save to push Alex Fulton's shot wide of the right upright. Daphne Shalakis in there. Certainly on the list of the most improved players in the entire league. That is a beautiful ball from Martin. And if Michelina Hordas hadn't come out, it was danger time because Sophia McCrillis was there. Anion Smith just dips one around, but Tom sees it. Sorry, that was Newcomb. Tom saw it. It's been pushed wide. So Casuarina, throw in. It's going to go to Fulton. Fulton heads, glances it over the top where Collins puts one through, and that's a misplaced one from Lely, but picked up by Anion Smith, who just puts a glorious right footer across the field, but into Ellis, and Ellis gets them underway again through Trakillis, but only as far as the right back for Casuarina. So they're back into it again. That is Nikki Kalidis moving forward. Sophia Pablo has a chance to distribute. She does. She goes right or towards the eastern side of this grandstand, where Michelle Peter is standing offside and knew it as soon as the ball came to her. And Gemma Martin on a run now. She turns in. She's got Sophia there. Sophia will do a little turn. She goes so dangerous. She'll take the shot, and it's a goal. It is a spectacular little effort from her. Everything about her is spectacular. You cannot give her a centimetre. Glorious stuff from her. She's so calm on the ball for such a youngster. Turned in, looked around, and went right, bang, into the net. Sophia McCrillis, the young number 10 for Hellenic. And that'll just add another goal to her tally. She currently leads the Golden Boot for women in the Women's Premier League. So this is a drinks break, really required, given the heat that's in the air today and the bite that's in the sun. So both teams will come over. Really awkward one for Casuarina to concede a goal just before the drinks break. I know the senior players will be very disappointed with that. Alex, Jackie, Jessie, Ellie, they'll all be talking to the younger group. Martino's in there talking to them, their coach. And they have to bounce back from that now. But Sophia McCrillis, with time, is always going to present a danger, and did so. So, quick drinks break. I want to thank McDonald's for supporting girls and women's football in the Northern Territory. Also, Ward Keller come on board in 2021. They are the territory law firm, Ward Keller. and the personal and business dispute resolution experts in the territory. Their number is 1-800-978-360. It's 1-800-978-360 for Ward Keller for personal and business dispute resolution. Right, drinks break over. Players head out very casually. And it will be a restart because just before the drinks break, literally seconds before it, Sophia McCrillis, the number 10, added to her tally, where she currently leads and is the leading goal scorer in Football Northern Territory's women's competition. And there she goes now, scurrying, looking for a second opportunity. And Aragon's going to go back, long ball back to the keeper. Michelina puts it back and finds Martin, unfortunately. That's going to come back to her. She'll go up with bodies around her, but strong as Michelina. Her ball, set piece, put it down. Galena Hortis waiting for the whistle. Now it comes. Tightly marked Casuarina at the moment. Jessie Newcomb makes a run. No one tracked with her, so they go that direction. Daphne Shalakis gets there first, the young 20, number 23. Casuarina need to rebound. Yeah, one down on the scoreline. Joanna McCrillis with a run towards the grandstand on the western side. The sunset side, we call it. Where there'll be another beautiful sunset here in the Northern Territory, particularly across the harbour of Darwin. The last few nights have been amazing. Right, Trakillis with the ball. That's another good ball. You don't want to let Sophia McCrillis get around the back of you. And well done to Ellie Missob, clearing away the danger, which is ever present when the number 10's around for Hellenic. Right, we've had 25 minutes. 1-0 scoreline to the team running from left to right on your screens. They are Hellenic. Litchfield had a fantastic win on Friday night against the NT Yappers. And yesterday, Mindle stayed the distance and defeated Port Darwin 2-1. So who will join the winners' ranks here today? Or will it end up being a point each? At the moment, it's Hellenic's. They have a 1-0 advantage. Collings with the ball. So dependable. Puts the ball through to Jackie Enya-Smith, who falls over but regathers. She sees the run and gives it now to Fulton. Fulton turned on the inside and went a little early. There's a battle for it now. Jackie will win that one. She's going to move a shin pad around to where it should have been. It slipped around to the back of her calf. Right, she's on the ball now. Casuarina wearing the pink with their traditional black and white. She goes over the top and she hopes that this ball's going to be... She wanted some players to move with more purpose than that, but anyhow, Kashikala has it, does an overthrow with the right arm. And this may even be a collection by Enya-Smith again. And it'll go out of play and it will be a throw-in from N. Aragon. So the young number 10 with the ball now. Fulton says this way. She'll go to her. Fulton heads on. Miscommunication. She thought Michelle Peter was there. Anyhow, early days, 25, 27 minutes. Communication not quite there yet for the Rowdies. Newcomb closely marking Sophia McCrillis. Nadia Lely, the other centre back, free and loose, just inside her own half. Waiting for the through ball where Gemma Martin is at the moment. Oh, lovely work from an Aragon. Lovely work. And should be rewarded with that. No, she got a free tick. Sorry, an offside the other way. But great work from the young number 10. No reward really in the end, because there was a offside position from one of her forwards. Right, Jamie Ellis with the ball. That's a long one. Hoping there's someone to get onto it early, and Martin does. And she does it across early. Well done to Nadia Lely. That header had to be made. Otherwise, it was back into the trajectory of Sophia McCrillis. Already has a goal. I'll ask the stats man actually to tell me how many goals Sophia McCrillis has scored this year, but she's just added to it. We'll get that done shortly. Here's an opportunity for Hoffman. The goal's free. Oh my God, she pushed it wide. All she had to do was push it direct. Easy to say from up here. Always easy to say from up here. And? Okay. So we know. So a statistician, Carla Cashler, comes out and retrieves that one, but the statistician said that's 8 goals now for young McCrillis. Next best is a 5. So she's done really well. Thank you, Statsman. Right, we're back into it. In Aragon to Kalidas, sorry. Now Peter. Long striding. Come back from injury. Still got her left knee, strapped, where she had the surgery. Over the top. So it's a foot race between Lisa McCrillis. And the ball's going to win that one. Off a rebound, so it'll be their ball, meaning the Rowdies. Smart play from Ellie Missob. Just let the ball roll and let the player deflect it over the line. And that's exactly what happened. Ellis with a header. And as far as Peter. Good tag teaming work from Tom and Joanna McCrillis there. Up against the tall Michelle Peter for Casuarina. Throw-in results over here on the western side, the grandstand side, on this Sunday afternoon. Local time getting up to about 20 to 6. Beautiful day, as it is every day in the dry season up here. But a day with plenty of heat. So the players will be enjoying the heat fading as it is. Nice work between Fulton and Anion Smith. She'll take the shot. Does so. They will get closer and closer as this game progresses. That was exactly what Jackie does. Nice little ball from Fulton. So Sophia McCrillis will often take her opportunities closer to goal. With Jackie Anion Smith, they can be from anywhere. Two very different ways to a victory from these teams. Tom putting one over for Martin. Nice work from Aragon. Nikki's in there well again, number 11. She's got someone to go to. She goes to Hoffman now. Sophia Pablo with a nice ball back. Now there's a good call. Fulton sees it but just can't pull it in. Now Lisa McCrillis in the midfield all alone. That needed a touch. Now we've got danger again. You can see how quickly she moves, and then she'll put the shot on. What a dangerous young player. Ball just got away from her that occasion, but you can see the danger she presents every time it comes into the area if it's in front of her. And it's a simple policy for the Blue and Whites in a lot of ways. Let's get the ball behind those back four, and then it's a race. And she's so quick over 20 metres. Hands on hips at the moment, trying to adjust her right boot or sock and shin pad. She's only a young player. First year of Women's Premier League and leading the goalkeeping competition. Goal scoring competition. clash of bodies. People that know each other really well. Referee's in there early because there's, again, player welfare. That was the captain, Ellie McCrillis, coming together with Michelina Hordas, the keeper for Casuarina. Ellie's up, Michelina's not. This may need the work of Sharon Smith, the trainer. Not called out as yet. Now she's rolled off her tummy onto her back, which is a good sign. See some movement. Now she's slowly getting to her feet. So both keepers have had knocks. Casuarina some 15 minutes ago. Now in the 33rd minute, it's Hordas's turn. So restart. Drop ball for Casuarina. Back to the aforementioned Michelina Hordas. She moves in a pink top, black shorts, white socks, and the black gloves. Sophia Pablo under pressure from Martin. She goes back to Newcomb. Now she has it again. Pressure from Lisa McCrillis. Pushes around her. Nadia Ellie in there with a nice and timely intervention. This one's been won by Joanna McCrillis. Now Newcomb in again. A deflection that's going to work for Hellenic. Now Ellie Missop has time. Looks up. Finds Michelle. Peter. Lovely first touch. Now she pushes through for Hoffman. Hoffman's onside, but the ball's got too much punch. And it'll roll along the ground into the arms of Casuarina. There's a direct way to goal for Casuarina as well through the tall Peter, who will often sit and distribute. She's got Hoffman, who's got 5 goals for the year already. Jackie Anion-Smith has got Ellie McCrillis to deal with now. Newcomb committed and left Sophia McCrillis on her own. Now Sophia Pablo gets in. Pulls away from it now. She's got it back through Jessie. Jessie turns, Pablo turns one around to Missop. Missop goes to Fulton. Fulton then goes to Peter. Now the run's on. Hoffman was waiting and waiting. Now it's come. And she's been offside, came from an offside position. She was aware of it. Martino Suarez, their coach, applauding the effort, not the result. But saying, come on, it'll come again. National Volunteer Week. Thank you to Martino Hordas and Matt Hadjic, the coaches, volunteer coaches for these women's football teams. Doesn't happen without them. Great champions of the women's game, Martino and Maddie. Pablo pushing through. And Sophia's little efforts there have had the ball come back off an Ellis kick. And Martin goes in. Hope she's all right. She comes up. She's okay. Gets her headed to it. Be a throw in for an Aragon. Goes over the top for Hoffman. Hoffman just gets a really awkward bounce. What she could do about that? Came quickly off the pitch, straight into her body and then over the line. Now we've got directed football. Before that, just a few kicks and hope. Now, McCrillis to the other McCrillis, cousin. So Lisa's in there, working hard for a team. Pablo clears it away. Sorry, Nadia Lely clears it away. Wants the team to move forward. Ellis will go all the way back to Casuarina. Hoffman will make it honest for her. Good pressure from Rachel. Michelle Peter needs to do it as well while she's off a goal if they can. They could have cornered her there. Joanna now looks up. Goes to Martin. Martin quickly into Tom. Nikki Kalidas just put it back to Tom, unfortunately. You can see what she was trying to do. Push it round past her and into 17. That didn't happen. That's Daphne McCrillis with a lovely header. It's the technique Daphne's developed for such a young player. And there's the shot. See how clever she is. She pushed herself wider and wider and then cut it finer, looking for that right post and a little bounce back in from the post. She wasn't far off it. That's what we love about her. Not just her goal scoring and her runs, but it's the vision. It's like she's been playing football for 40 years instead of 14. That ball couldn't have gone to the furthest part of the field for Michelina to get. She's coming out of behind the light pole and now into the sun, and now she's in the shade. 38.5 minutes on the Northcrest scoreboard. Thank you to McDonald's for their support of girls and women's football in the NT. Also Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm. They are the business and personal and business dispute resolution team. 1800 978 360. Anion Smith with a long kick from the right boot. A good 40 to 50 metres. 3 steps back. Good pressure from Peter on Collings. Hoffman back to Kalidas. Puts it over to Peter. Peter's now got to run towards goal. They need someone to move forward. She can go towards goal, and she does. Now she pushes it across, and a great intervention from Ellis. It needed to be, or it was trouble. Ball still in play. This needs to be won, and it will be Casuarina's. Kalidas will take it. She'll wait for Arrogant. No, she's not. She goes to Pablo. Pablo pushes it back to Kalidas. Kalidas puts it around. Can't see that because of the sun. Ellie goes back over to Anion Smith. And Jackie moves across field, shadowing the ball. Fulton gets in there. It's going to fall for Martin. Could be danger here for Casuarina. Ellie Misob turns in. Nice work from Misob. Peter knows she was offside. She's going to leave that alone. Smart play from the 15 for Casuarina. Pressure again for Fulton on Ellis. This is what they need to do. They know it. They've just got to get the right opportunity. There you go. One turn, bang. She also distributes as well. She doesn't mind assisting her mates. Under 10, on this occasion, easily picked up and shut down by Michelina Horder. She needs to get back in a goal. Lisa McCrillis wasn't aware. She's gone out to her captain. The captain goes back to Steph. Steph goes back to Ellis. And Ellis finds Joanna McCrillis almost in the circle and now is. This is dangerous. Martin makes the run, turns on the inside. Oh, this is going to fall for Ellie. And just Ellie looks to the sky and goes, God help me, what was I doing there? Little wry smile and a laugh. Just did not connect boot with ball well there. There'll be another opportunity. Jackie Anion Smith tackled and brought down early by Trakillis. Ellie Misob in there doing some hard work. As is Fulton. Look at the work she did there. Keep her team in the side. She had no one to help her, and the ball just kept going towards the goal. So it'll be a throw-in. Daphne Shalakis will collect the ball under the Darwin Olympic Sporting Club sign. Make her way forward. And now throws in. Right, Fulton has space here. If she can get around, she gets to Sophia Pablo, who has all the time in the world to make this one count. She sees the run of Peter. Peter picks up. She needs the run again. She'll go back to Pablo. No, she turns on the inside. She's got only Hoffman there. She pushes through that tackle. The advantage being played. Now she gives it to Hoffman. Hoffman's got to get a ball around and can't do it. Now Fulton has it. Fulton will turn. Lovely play from Alex. Keeping the ball and then puts a great ball through to... And she's called offside. But nice work. One of those won't be offside, and it'll be one on the keeper. 1-on-1. Yet to happen. 43 minutes going to be rolling on the North Crest scoreboard shortly. Gemma Martin with a glancing header to push it forward, where it'll be retrieved. Some nice skills from Hordas, the keeper, and she's going to roll it straight back out to N. Arrigan. She feeds one through to Nikki. Nikki does a Kalidas special to Anion Smith, now down to Peter. 4 passes and they're well and truly under advance. And Collins does what Collins does. Intervenes with power. You can hear it when she kicks a ball. Right, Peter. Don't take a shot. It's going to come away off the side of a boot. It could fall the right way for Fulton. If Fulton gets on the end of this. But who's there? Collins. That was the effort that was required. Now it's come down for Pablo. Pablo puts one back to Fulton. Fulton's under pressure from Lisa McCrillis. Now Hoffman has it. Pushes it forward. And Alex's run was well and truly too early. Promising stuff late in this half from the Casuarina. The Rowdies are down 1-0 on the scoreline. Thank you to North Crest. Helping People Achieve as a sponsor in 2021 as well. They do brilliant work in the all ability space here in the Northern Territory, helping people achieve. Right, Jackie Anion Smith calmly tests that down. Now she's got opportunity. She sees the run. Goes to Hoffman. Hoffman heads it over looking for Fulton to run on, but Alex was just a couple of metres away and not really in tune with that one from Hoffman. Coming into the fading light as well as the fading 44th minute of the regulation time. Fulton turns a lovely ball inside, but it's seen by Trakillis. She's okay just to push that wide and over the grandstand side. Plenty of players with hands up to their eyes as they walk into the lowering sun. And it's a bright sun in the NT. It's a big sun, like everything else in the territory. Big and bright. Peter. Not happy. A little too assertive in her movement forward there, the referee said. Ellis. Working well as a pair in defence there. Good example of Sophia's let that one run through. That could be dangerous. Anya Smith comes back and cleans it up. Powerful run from her. Pushes it through to Kalidas. Kalidas goes back to Missop. Missop uses all the green space in front of her as regulation time passes.
There'll be 2 minutes of time added on, 2 minutes.
Collins with the ball. Pressure from Missop. Comes for Peter. She got it there early. There was an opportunity. Anion Smith there. Ball comes back. A good vision from Tom. Saw Ellie McCrillis all on her own. And they've got time to build here, Hellenic. Steph drops her body down. She knows that's the wrong one. Look at the pressure coming from the number 10. Pressure that caused the ball to go out of play. As we say, you love to see that from your strikers, doing the defensive work as well. We're into time added on here, around 2 minutes of it. We'll say thank you to Steel Line, Steel Supply Business Service over and above in that game. They're also sponsors in 2021, as is NTF, the construction supply specialist. They are your local construction supplier. And there's a bit of that going on. Economy is on a buoyant as can be up here. Bit of ball watching there from Casuarina. Nothing came from it, but you got to be on every second of the game against the Blue and Whites. And that's good, strong work from Anion Smith. She'll get it back, but unfortunately it'll be on the whistle. So we have half time, and both sides will go off to generous applause from the crowd that's building up here this afternoon on this Sunday afternoon, a warm Sunday in Darwin. and local time it's around 10 to 6. So the sun is fading pretty quickly, but in the eyes of a lot of the players, and you can see it splintered across the pitch here as it comes through the openings in the grandstand. My name is Bruce Stiller. Thank you for joining us on FNT TV. We have a scoreline that favours Hellenic as they head into their shed. They're 1-0 up on the Rowdies, who go and have a quick chat to their captain, coach and senior players. We'll all be having a say in how they rebuild their second half and get back on that scoreboard. We'll take a short break, then we'll come back and pick apart the first half.
Well, welcome back. We're here at Larrakia Park at Darwin Football Stadium. We're on the top end here, and the sun's sort of setting slowly in the west. It's going to be a spectacular sun set this afternoon, as it always is in the Northern Territory, particularly over Darwin. Lauren Douglas is with me. Lauren, thank you for coming up. You're injured at the moment. What's the injury?
Oh, just a bit of a hamstring niggle.
Just taking it easy?
Yeah, we've got a game on Wednesday and I just didn't want to do anything major to my hamstring.
So there's a little coup for me. You are playing on Wednesday night. That's the intention?
Yes, my intention is hopefully with no pain, I'm going to be out there. Yeah.
Lauren Douglas obviously has 5 goals already for Casuarina this year. You probably don't know what the score is. But do you keep score when you score? No, I didn't think so. Now, listen, let's just quickly talk about Wednesday night because it's the first time we've introduced a midweek knockout comp. It should have been done a long time ago, I think, around the country. So ourselves and Queensland have started, West Australia next year. So we'll build up a national one. How important it is to have equity and things that are, the same for both the men and the women in the game.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's an awesome opportunity for us to, I guess, hopefully, potentially this can expand beyond Darwin and we can go and play in other states against other teams. But it's just a fun competition to play in. And I'm looking forward to it on Wednesday.
Yeah, and knockout football is really different too. I mean, you get one chance, that's it. If you don't do it, and this, you two are at it again. You're always at it, you two, Hellenic and yourself. So I won't talk any more about that. I just want to quickly talk about the game that's unfolding in front of us. There's so many attacking weapons on either side. So you got the McCrillis mob ups, Martin as well. I could go all 3 of them up the front of Hellenic. Then you got Peter and you got Fulton running around. You got Hoffman and you got Anion Smith who can shoot from anywhere. You guys just have to get that directness to goal that you're missing at the moment.
Yeah, I think at the moment we're responding to Hellenic's structure and play and not playing our own game. I think we need to pull a bit wider and use our speed on the wings. We haven't been doing that at the moment. So
yeah, actually, the great point, because I don't think Eki and Aragon has actually made a run on the left-hand side. I could be wrong, but that's usually what you get, a bit of overlapping space. I love when players and coaches talk about playing our way. How hard is it to play your way every game when you've got an opposition that sometimes sucks you into their game?
Yeah, it's tricky, and I think there's some new players in different positions as well. There's some defenders that aren't there that have really helped to give us a strong back line. So I think, and some of us are quite new to the team as well. So we're still figuring out what our way is in some ways, me included in the team. So yeah, it is tricky.
All right. I'm trying to look at you, but I've got a full blaring sun in my face here. But look, it's a lovely day in Darwin, and thank you for coming up. Always good to see you. Yeah. All the best with the injury, because I'd love to see you around there on Wednesday. So that's a real coup for your club and for yourself personally. You add so much to the game, so I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday night. We're talking about the FNT Women's Challenge Cup. It's a knockout competition, Wednesday night, 7:15 here at the stadium. If you can make it, we'd love you. If you can't, we love you for watching on live streaming. No matter what, support the women's game here in Darwin. Lauren, thank you so much. My name is Bruce Talder. We will be back with the half after this half-time with the second half of a game which you really can't predict an outcome. It's these two heavyweights. Who knows? At the moment, Hellenic 1, Casuarina 0. Welcome back for a second half that promises so much. We never know which way it's going to go with these two teams. Coming up to local time around nearly 6:15.
And you can see now most of the sunlight has gone out of the pitch. Referee looks at his whistle, looks at his watch, sorry. I was going to say looks at his whistle and blows his watch. But no, it's the other way around. And we're underway here. Round 7, last match of the round for the women. And a dangerous person on the ball right now, the young number 10, Sophia McCrillis. Anion Smith in there early with a ball through. Hoffman battling with Shalakis. Hoffman gets in front of Daphne on this occasion, pushes wide, goes around her now and has this ball inside. She's got to find the mark here, and Casuarina down early, full body on the ground, and those hands up to greet the ball. Lovely technique from Carla. Now Sophia McCrillis pushes one wide unselfishly. Hoffman takes the shot. Well, you've got to say that's promising. Already we've had 40 seconds, and you can see the purpose and determination in the Rowdies. I have to make a mea culpa too. I thought that the Hellenic kit for this year was a special occasion kit, so I've just been told by the ladies in no uncertain circumstances. And I do get so many things wrong. But this is their new kit for the year. It's just arrived a little late, and it looks fantastic. So the women in the Casuarina Football Club will be wearing the kit you see in front of us today, which is brilliant. At the moment, they need to defend. This is a shot on goal. She takes it, and it's going to roll past. Ellie McCrillis so close to making it 2. There was a mix-up of monumental proportions there. Hope Ellie Missop is okay. She's come out of that a little bit worse for wear. She's now jogging out to the right back position. You don't want to lose an important player, or any player. They're all important, of course, at any time, to injury. Good to speak with Lauren Douglas at half-time. Sitting out this one with a bit of a niggle, but hopefully back on Wednesday night for the FNT Women's Challenge Cup semi. Casuarina trying to get out of trouble. Maybe they have now. Sophia needs to make this one work. It does. Goes to Ellie. That's a lovely ball through, but Peter's not going to get there before Collins. McCrillis will drive through. Well done, Joanna. Well played, Daphne. He kept it in. And in with a strong tackle as well. Well played. Young player, number 23 for Hellenic, in the left back position. Again, moving in, the ball scoots past her on this occasion, and Ellis just puts one over the top where Jessie Newcomb puts a head to it. Pardon me, now in Aragon. The live wire, number 10. If that ball got through, there was trouble. Fulton is so wide. And you heard Lauren Douglas say at half-time, they need to push wide. And you can see Fulton as wide as she can be then. Ellie goes down the centre. Ball's going to come in an indirect way to Peter, and now she's got it. Fulton says, give it here. Now there's a ball through to Hoffman on the sprint. First of all, she has to keep it in. Does that. Now she's got to contend with Chalakis, and Daphne is strong on the ball and pushes it out for a throw-in. That little passage of play just sums up these two football teams. The determination and effort of Hellenic not to give an inch or a centimetre, a millimetre to Casuarina, and Casuarina pushing forward with real energy. Peter, left footer. That was a shot skewed wide where in Aragon has the ball scoop underneath her, and now we have the dangerous number 10 on the run. She'll push a ball forward as well, and Gemma ran too early, so she was offside. There was about a half a metre in that. She'll get that right, Gemma. She usually does early in the second half, just getting her timing right. But as I said, Joanna McCrillis is not just a goal... Sorry, Sophia McCrillis, not just a goal scorer, but she does put her teammates in good positions. That was a lovely ball through from her to Gemma Martin. It'll go off Collins' right boot. Over near the Northcrest scoreboard. Over it comes. Fulton now will get it in space. He puts one over the top, trying to find a Casuarina or a Rowdy on the run, and didn't happen on this occasion. They get it back though. just near the elite physio sign, will be picked up by Eki N. Aragon, the other exciting number 10 out there. And there's the other one. Anya Smith with solid tackle. Goes in again. And Jackie now says, I'll have a shot from here. Keep you honest. You need to follow through on those. You never know what's going to happen because there's a lot of power behind an Anya Smith kick. Captain for Hellenic on the ball. Nice tackle from Missop. But only as far as the midfielder, Trakillis. She puts one out to the star, pushes one past her. And Ellie McCrillis on a race now. She goes down and it's picked up by Michelina Hildas. Just inside the area. Now she puts it into the salmon boot, the right boot. That's unfortunate, Michelle. Anyone else had to bounce over their head, but that was up into her hands. 51-minute mark. We still have a scoreline that advantages the team running from right to left on your screen. They are Hellenic in the blue and white. I want to thank McDonald's for being able to bring you this live streaming. That was a shoulder on actually from Jackie Anion Smith that went 30 metres forward. Now the 2 10s are at it. This one won by Eki, and Aragon will go and collect it. As we're saying, thank you to McDonald's, great supporters of the women and girls football, all programs, all tournaments, all events will have McDonald's as the partner. Thank you to them. Very generous supporters. Ball still alive. Blow the whistle, as someone said. Play the whistle, and as well as blow it. Here comes Ellis through with a charge. Threads one through, and Nadia Lely's there with these two have got pace on them. Gemma Martin through the middle. Michaela comes out with a strong body check there, and she used the entire part of her body then to deflect that ball away. It was dangerous. Gemma Martin was right there waiting. Good football from both teams. Great football. Joanna McCrillis will go and collect. Right, Sward Keller, also one of the sponsors in 2021. Thank you to the Territory Law Firm. Personal and business dispute resolution, 1-800-978-360. It's 1-800-978-360. Thank you to the Northern Territory Government as well. That one's just come off Lisa McCrillis. I thank them. Also the Darwin Olympic Sporting Club for being a sponsor in 21. Peter, Nick and the team there, thank you. And helping people achieve. HPA. Oh, lovely ball into the onrushing McCrillis. Missop was up to that. Saw the threat and diffused it. Still not totally extinguished. Great run from Joanna and puts the ball in. Anion Smith clears it away with confidence. And as far as Lisa McCrillis, she's challenged by Kalidis. Now Pablo in there as well. Pushes it to Tom. Now Missop in again. That's the second intervention that was crucial for her football team. Well done to Ellie Missop. They're relentless, the blue and whites, and they're at it again. Jackie Anya Smith getting the body check in there. She'll win that one for her side. Good effort. Tom in there. Equally strong on the ball. Jackie adjusting her right sock. She'll take 3 steps back, wipes her face with the jersey, palms open, moves in. And that's going to go out, but right on the halfway line. So a good 45 metres with that kick. This ball skipped through to McCrillis, and look how quickly she takes off. Gemma Martin pushes it back through. Then there's a pass across. Needed Newcomb to get involved, and she did. That's good play. Peter oversteps. Collins comes in. Peter in there again. Body up. Yeah, unfortunately, when Michelle puts her feet up, it would more than likely be at head height for another player. In that case, it was Joanna McCrillis, so it will be brought back. She's a nice smile on her face, trying to say to the referee, how can I suddenly not be as tall as I am? 55 minutes to roll past. No goal in this second half. Both these teams appear again on Wednesday night in the knockout semi-final of the Challenge Cup. Rolls it out. Strong work from Nikki. Hoffman back inside to Nikki on a run. Great run, using the width. She'll get it again. No, Ellis gets in there. Missile plays a short ball to Hoffman. Hoffman has time. Now she puts one to Kalidas. Goes back, and she's got to bring this in. Hoffman does, and then it goes out. No, referee said, okay, let's play on. That's a loose ball from Nikki. It'll now just put her defence under pressure, unfortunately. Well done, Nadia. And Ellie Missile just pushes it out. Well, we're going to have a substitute. It's taken 56 minutes. Matt Hatchick's seen enough. He's going to share some of the load. Don't know who's coming off, but I know who's going on. So Joanna McCrillis, their right back's coming off. What will happen probably is that Ellie McCrillis, the captain, will go back to right back, and Rhiannon Myatt may go forward. Prove me wrong. She's going straight to the right back position. So Myatt on, and Joanna off. Nice work from Hoffman. Lovely first touch. Goes back to her. She puts one through. It's going to find Peter. She'll pushes it through for Fulton, or she'll go to goal herself. She's on to goal. She's got Martin with her. Martin challenges. Wins that and then flees. Absolute flees down the pitch. If that ball had got through to her, she would have been in a lovely position to make an on-rush for Hellenic. Now it's back down with Peter. She's going towards goal. She's got two on her. Turns on the inside, still with the ball. Still with the ball, passes it through, missed everybody. Everyone heard a whistle, so did I. Kashikala will take it. Referee's raised the flag. That ball was retrieved outside the area, so it'll be a ball for Casuarina. Yep. Kashikala knows it. She tried to keep herself right on that body line, can't twist it totally like she was required to do. So, opportunity for Casuarina. Referee shows the sanction and moves 10 metres. Can Casuarina take this opportunity? 58 minutes. About to roll over on the North Crest scoreboard. Alex Fulton on the ball, number 3. Jackie Anion-Smith, Michelle Peter, two of the taller players in there. Sophia Pablo floating, no one on the number 8. Hoffman on the edge of the area, number 9 just looking on. 2 in the wall, Chalakis and Ellis. Whistle. It's a good ball. Kashikala comes out, pushes it wide. Someone needs to get there, from Casuarina that is. But who is? Tom, unheralded player for this football team. Does so much hard work for them. Every club needs a hard worker, every team needs a hard worker, and Tom is that for this football team. With Collins, does all the hard, unsung work. Good work from Ellie Missop. Just beautiful defensive work. They keep coming, Hellenic. She pushes wide, gets around, good work, keeps it in. Lovely ball to Hoffman. Now it goes, starting to use the width. Hoffman wasn't thinking the same way as Sophia Pablo. All right, 59 minutes have passed. The Rowdies, as their nickname is, Casuarina running left to right on your screen. And the new kit with the pink socks and the pink neck and sleeves. Look fantastic. Collins with a big right footer finds Aragon tried to put it around and does, because Fulton's going to win this for her team. Turns on the inside, lovely work to beat Trakillis, does it again. This time Lisa McCrillis comes back. Good double teaming from Casuarina, but superb stuff from Alex Fulton. Now Hoffman has it. What's she going to do? Turn and run? No, she's going to give it to Sophia Pablo. Pablo's going to be challenged, and it's a strong challenge. She rushes up to get a throw in. She's going to go wide. Ellis with a big body challenge on Peter. Offside. Oh no, it's a tackle. Didn't like, my apologies. Assistant referee on the far side waved his flag. Not billowing as it was much earlier. Breeze is still around. They call it a zephyr. But it's certainly not favouring really any side at the moment. Just adding some nice relieving temperatures in terms of dropping them down a touch. Not much. Maybe a couple of degrees. Myatt with the ball subbed on in place of Joanna McCrillis. She puts one through. And Casuarina defence will take their way back through it. Sophia Pablo goes back to Nadia Lely. She puts one through to Kalidas. She's challenged immediately by Tom. Now this ball may fall for Peter, but not when Collins is around. What a workhorse. Number 15, Terrell Collins. Rarely puts a foot wrong. Just a great tradesperson. Works so hard in that role in the central defence. Ball bouncing around harmlessly in the middle there. Now it's cleared away by Trachillis. And Ellie goes down the line because she was trailed by the dangerous Sophia McCrillis, number 10. So she went the safe route. Pablo back to Kalidas. She puts the ball through, and that's unfortunately just going to fall into the hands of Hellenic, or the hands of their defence. Right, Sophia Pablo goes to Fulton. Fulton's got Hoffman wide. She goes down the middle. Now she puts one wider. And Daphne Shalakis puts a right boot to it. Goes right across field, trying to find a captain. Does so. Now we've got Lisa McCrillis in the middle. Long way from home is the keeper. She's found Anion Smith, which is good. Jackie just with a lovely turn. And now she puts on a run. And Hoffman's onside. This will be dangerous. Hoffman on goal. Peter runs in. Fulton's just hanging off. Goes in and takes the shot and put it well and truly wide and over the goals. So you got to say well done to the defensive unit for pushing her wider and wider as she tried to get closer to that left upright, and then she put it past everything. But you can see where it starts. An emphatic play from Anion Smith in the middle that got them going. They need a goal. 63rd minute. 1-0 advantage to Hellenic. Just joined us. That team with the advantage on the scoreboard are running from right to left on your screen. And today is pretty much 1 versus 2. Casuarina at the top. Substitution time again. Matt Hatchick making those changes in mind for Tuesday night. What he's bringing on is Mosca Papadakis. So Mosca will come on. And Tom will come from the pitch. Great 64 minutes from Tom. Ellis. Left footer, bang. Mosca Papadakis in there pressuring already, the sub. Another young player in Darwin football for the women. Nice work from Fulton. It's going to come her way. Nikki Kalidas puts it out to Sophia Pablo. Ball goes out now to Hoffman. Back to Pablo. Pablo will go towards goal. Turns on the inside. Beats Myatt. Puts a left footer trying to find Peters. Now Peter will get it. Peter turns. Challenges there. Peter goes again. Hoffman goes. They need some more width to their game. They're going to get it now, maybe. Nice work from Peter. That'll come for Fulton. Now Peter comes back in again. Nice work from Lisa McCrillis, who never gave up in the middle there. She had 3 or 4 ricochets off her body as she challenged after challenge after challenge from her. Now Nikki Aragon. And Nikki and Aragon just puts the ball through. Peter onside? Yes, she is. Oh, all ball from Terrell Collins. That is so Terrell. A bigger player coming at her, and then she just commits on the ball. She doesn't normally go to ground. On that occasion, she felt the need, and it was successful for her. Right, the lights are taking full effect. Sun sort of setting, got a bit of blue and a bit of mauve in the sky. And behind us in the western sky, we'll have another spectacular sunset as the territory can only offer. Now, Anion Smith will place the ball. This will get a curl on it. I've seen her score from here before, but she's going to try and find the head of somebody, and I'd say it's Peter. I just beat her because Lisa McCrillis was in the way again. Now it's still in play. She should go wide. She went down the middle. I would have pushed it out to Anion Smith, but anyhow, it's gone down the middle. One bounce and a little roll off the right, and then back to the keeper. Fulton putting pressure on. They got away a little easier than they probably hoped, Casuarina then. Did Hellenic. Fulton charging to put the pressure on. And a good tackle from N. Aragon as well. So the young number 10 for the Rowdies with the ball. Fulton, glancing header on, trying to find Peter. Comes back again and Alex gets involved, puts the ball up over the top, which will fall the right way for Peter. Gets a head to it and tries to skim around and keep this in. And it'll go down. Referee's called a drinks break. Yes, he has. I think. Yep, he has. 67-minute mark he would have. Yep. Technical staff come out to provide the hydration required. Players make their way towards their technical area. They're all a little bit confused. But there is 2 drink breaks, of course, 1 in each half. If you're going to have one, you've got to have 1 in each half. And a lot cooler now, but they'll take the opportunity. Both coaches, Martino and Matt Hadjic, will have a chat. Martino sitting wide of the group at the moment. Just collecting his thoughts, the coach for Casuarina. There's Lusitana in there as well. Maria Musa. 2 very experienced players and incredible knowledge of the game. And Lusitana's always supporting the next generation of young women coming through football. So a little chance for him to have a chat. 1-0 still advantage, coming up to 68.5 minutes. Time to thank McDonald's, supporting girls and women's football across the NT. Also to Ward Keller, the Territory Law Firm. They are the personal and business dispute resolution team. If you need their services, it will be professional, it will be prompt, and it will be effective. The number is 1-800-978-360. It's 1-800-978-360. Players both sides making their way back out to this pitch. Thank you to Diamond Barbers also, sponsors in 21 of football in the Darwin zone. They have premises at Bellamac, in the CBD, and at the original one at Parap. Walk now and look sharp in 21, Diamond Barbers. Right, this is key time. You need to switch on. After a break, you really need to switch on. Ball's down the end of Kashakala's end. It'll be taken by Ellis, left footer. She'll take it 2 steps back and she's going to go. Look at the length she gets on it. She's like Anion Smith. Nice header from Anion and Aragon. It's just slipped through Kalidas though, unfortunately. Now it's gone through Pablo. Missop comes in and cleans up, goes to a captain. A captain trips one over the top. Now it's a foot race with Hoffman. 5 goals she already has, Rachel. Turns on the inside and wins that little battle. Takes a little shot. And Fulton coming in, just a little late. Maybe should have held it up a little one if she could. 20 minutes to go of regulation time. 20 minutes for Casuarina to get one and make this a roller coaster ride home for both teams. Or Hellenic can maybe seal the deal. Right, Fulton pushing forward. Goes across to Nikki. Nikki has an opportunity to go the same way. Goes back this time to Michelle Peter. She'll turn. Now she makes the run. Left footer and she'll take the shot. And Cashakala sits and waits. Drops to her knees. And collects it with both hands in those white gloves. And rolls it out to Ellis. Trakillis time on the time. And uses that time well. Lovely vision from Steph. Pushes it wide. Where Ellie McCrillis is now in the right back position, the captain. Myatt's gone into the midfield, it seems. Yes, she is. And Moscow Papadakis has gone to the right. And that she is now running here behind, trailing behind her as she makes that run. Young right winger for Hellenic, Moscow Papadakis. So the light's taking effect now. You get those little shadows between dusk and full night. Well, the light's powered up on the 4 light towers here at Larrakia Park. Uh-oh. Puts a nice ball. She shreds it through to Myatt. Myatt will take the shot. And it needed a good effort from Hordas, and she delivered. 2 hands, arms stretched out, strong in the wrists, and got 2 hands to it and pushed it over the goal line where we'll have a corner. And Myatt rushes out to take this. She seems to be the one who has the real energy. She wants people. She's come on, so she's probably got more energy anyhow. But she wants to push this game forward. So she's ready. Raises her left arm, moves in. Puts a dangerous ball in, and it is dangerous. Hordas gets a double-hander to it again. Ellis, bigger body on Pablo. But Missop's not going to go away. And well done, Ellie. Smart. Back-heeled. Now she gets them underway with a throw-in. Great work from Ellie Missop. All started with you, Ellie. They come back now. Goes down to Hoffman. This needs to count after that great effort from Ellie Missop. Puts the ball through to Newcomb. Newcomb can see Fulton. Just wasn't directed exactly right. And Ellie McCrillis would like that one again as well. And Mosca goes through Papadakis to make the keeper know that we're here and we're ready to pounce if you do anything wrong. First touch from Sophia McCrillis was lovely. Myatt onto Martin. Martin going to goal. She's got defenders coming across at her now. Great work from N. Aragon. And then Eki does it again. Great work, the young number 10. She just fused that attack. Martin's so dangerous. She had open goal. And then out of the right side of her, she would have seen the little black and pink blur come at her. And it was the Casuarina left back with their new kits on today with the pink and their traditional black and white. Oh, this is going to fall for Fulton. Sometimes this can happen. Fulton goes to goal. She's got Hoffman on the inside. She turns back inside. And Terrell Collins, you are sensational, Terrell. Got that back for a team when there was no reason she could have, and she did it. Now it's a counter. And Jackie Anion-Smith moves in and does exactly what Collins just did. Can she get it back? No, it's going to fall the other way. Now they're one short at the back. Missop knows it. Again, and Aragon in there doing some nice work, and she goes right back. Calm player. Poise, patience. She's only a youngster. Number 10 for the Rowdies, N. Aragon. Right, Nikki Kalidas, what's she going to do? She goes back to Anion Smith. She turns on the inside, goes wider, sees Hoffman all alone. They're using width at last. Is Hoffman going to take on Chalakas? She does. She runs forward. Can't pass Collins. Anion Smith gets it. She goes bang. Go for it, Peter. Peter's going to have to run because Casuarina will. Brings it in just on the edge of her area. Goes back to the centre of the field where Ellis awaits. Good work, Sophia Pablo. Getting in between the player and the ball. Effective defensive work from the midfielder. And if the ball can be kept in, it won't. It's gone out of play. And Gemma kicks it and worries she's going to hurt someone. No need. Smiles at Martino, the coach. Sorry, mate, didn't mean that. So it's a throw in. Need to take advantage here. Needs to be the correct throw. A tangle of bodies and legs there, and a tangle that worked for Nadia Ellie. Well done, Nadia. You had to. It was against the dangerous Sophia Macrillis. You can see the balance she has as a young player, and when she runs, that's a great ball through. Needed Hordas to come out because Martin was locked and ready to fire. Hordas down the middle. Real energy picking up now. It's desperation time. We're into roughly 15 minutes left. A little bit less than that, actually, of regulation time. That's a great run, and Mosca Papadakis has got some freedom. She takes an early shot. Lovely right footer. That's what the kid possesses. Didn't hesitate to put one in. Daphne Chalakis in there with a header. She loves to do the heading work. She's got a good technique for a young player. Number 23, the left back for for Hellenic. And you saw it then. She doesn't shy away from heading into those heading opportunities, if there's such a phrase. Heading into a heading. That's the captain marshalling her troops for Hellenic with the ball. Nice work from an Aragon. Showed her initial speed and then gets a left leg. She lunged it around Papadakis and pushed it wide. Newcomb with the header. Ellis will take a shot and does. She'll like that one again, but the coach and the player won't be too worried. It shows the confidence to take one when it's on offer. Can I have a sub? So Michelle Peters going to come from the pitch after 78 minutes of hard work. And her replacement is number 7, and that's Jubilee Weo. Jubilee will go into the front position. She's got real pace. And they've also moved Anne Aragon up to the left, which is a left wing position, and put Fulton back in defence. Nice move from Martino, their coach. See what it brings. So a substitution and a team formation change for the Rowdies. Fulton with a great challenge. Now we have speed in abundance up front. Where's she going to go? She's going to go through, and Aragon will go onto it, and she goes clearly ahead, takes the shot early, and needed Hoffman to come onto that. They'll get it right. That's the first time that opportunity's come. Rachel needs to continue with that run and go early, because those balls will spray across. Even if Casuarina gets to it, she may push it and parry it to the left, and it still could be an opportunity. Anyhow, we'll come back. Ellis will take this, strolls over to the goal. But Anne Aragon showing that fleet-footed opportunity now that she's forward. Ellis, bang with the lefter. Anion Smith pushes it back, but only as far as Trakillis. There's a presser there. Good, strong work from both players. Well done, Lisa. Fulton comes in to clear up now. He's playing advantage. None advantage played, so he's going to give it back to the Blue and Whites. Good officiating. Lisa Collins will leave that for the left boot of Ellis. She'll get good 40 metres, so that'll go over the top, and Myatt will go for a run, I would suggest. Okay, and that's going to be able to be collected by Michelina Hordas. Pushes one. Nice little overarm right throw. Can she get her side underway? Pablo pushes it back centre, where Rihanna Myatt from Hellenic was waiting, unfortunately, for Casuarina. Now Ellie pushes forward. It's a good ball as well. Shows you the intent right across these two football teams. You're always going to have entertainment when they want to do what they want to do, which is win this and win it well. Right, Jubilee Weyer. That's Jubilee showing her skills. Jubilee trying to push through. Collins gets there again. Now she goes wide. Referee will pull this up and give her a yellow, yep. It was late, Terrell, and it was from behind. She apologises to Jubilee. Little handshake. Ball come back where Anion Smith will, from that distance, who knows? Number 17 on the ball. It's a good 40 metres from goal. Whatever happens here, the front offensive line of Casuarina need to be alert. This could be a rebound off a post, could be a rebound off the keeper, or it could go in, or spray wide. But 9 times out of 10, it'll be dangerous. She moves in. Takes the shot. See what I mean? It needed expert goalkeeping technique. She went to body, went to ground, and just pulled that out beautifully and diffused that one. Well done, Casuarina. Now she's got a team on an opportunity to move forward. Gemma Martin pushes it out to Shalakis, goes down to Myatt. Myatt will go back to her, but intercepted by Pablo. Well done, Sophia. Now gets it off. Sophia turns in. Lovely work. Turns it in. Now goes. She just overran the ball, and the experienced Trokilis is in there causing some grief. Now comes back down over the top. This will fall for Jubilee. Needs to get the run right. Good work from Ellie Makrilos. Fulton in there now. Gets the ball to Nikki Kalidas. Kalidas goes, steps over. She's got Pablo with her. Gives it to her now. Says, can I have it back? Puts it over the top. No real communication there. Apologises to Nikki. Sorry, mate. Should have pushed it wide to you, like you said. Mosca Papadakis and Fulton coming together. And Papadakis will collect this over at the McDonald's sign. And the FNT Diversity is our game sign. Runs it in on the eastern side. The grandstand is on the west and the scoreboard is on the east. And that's where we are at the moment. Still no clear way out of here. Newcomb now maybe found a way. Anya Smith turns it on the inside. Goes bang. Trying to find Hoffman. Hoffman needs to keep this in. 83rd minute. Hoffman goes early as well. This is going to fall in a dangerous area. Players are back, headed by Ellie. Falls for Jubilee. Jubilee turns. Shot. And Casuarina comes out. Missed it the first time, but for her, just fell basically into the top of her thighs and then back into her hands when she was on the ground. She releases. Fulton moves on. Gone again, goes to ground. That hurt. Come back. Yeah, it was a heavy tackle. And Ellie Makrilis acknowledges that. Just didn't get the timing exactly right. Now, Anion Smith is now 10 metres closer. Favoured side. Fulton's going to take it. So that means Anion Smith will go into the line. Now with the wall being set, she will take it. Players are set. Fulton, Mishop, Kalidas down this end. Takes the shot into the wall. Cleared away by Myatt. No, Mosca Papadakis. Myatt on a run. Fulton sees it. And the ball will go out. Well done, Alex. desperately ran back and made sure this ball came back to their side. 85th minute about to roll over. 5 minutes of regulation time for Casuarina to get one back and give us some parity, get a point each side. And Hellenic will do everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen. In fact, increase their lead if they can. Throws in from Fulton. In Aragon, in a tussle and battle with Ellie McCrillis. Cleared away by Collins. And as far as Anion Smith, chested down with a lovely control. Now Jubilee has it. Equally good control from her. Ellis is staying there. Strong work from the central defender. And then clears it away with a strong left boot. Martin turns in. Goes across field to Myatt. Picked up by... That's a stray boot from Rihanna. I don't know what she's asking about. She put a boot out. So, Anion Smith has it. Right smile. And a giggle from Rihanna. Collins. And a rare run foray for Terrell. She's such a monumental piece of this defence. A player every football club needs. Terrell Collins, saw it there again. Central defender. Working with Ellis in partnership today for Hellenic, and they've been so good. Now, in Aragon has it. What can Eki do? Turns a lovely ball inside to Nikki Kalidis. She has opportunity to go to Pablo. She goes to her now. Pablo has Hoffman wide. She can put one through the centre, but it's just going to be collected too easily by Ellis. Need to rethink that, Sophia. I'm sure she'll get another chance to do that. Here it comes now, maybe on the left-hand side. Fulton has it with acres of space in front of her. No blue and white shirts. Now there's one. Now she pushes it over the top. Ellis is there again. And Aragon gets in there. Now comes away because of that tackle for Jubilee. Jubilee Weo trying to get out of there. Still going. Now she's going to push it wide. No, she's still with the ball. Now she pushes it to Nikki Kalidis. Kalidis pushes it through to in Aragon's, and then Aragon is tackled early and effectively by McCrillis. And the ball's come away. Newcomb needs to get in early. She does. Sophia goes back to the captain. Captain now's moved forward. She'll turn it inside, and Ellis just sees it. And the writing is on the wall, so to speak. Now it's a run. Nadia Lely, Mosca Papadakis, and Nadia gets there. And she scurries across the pitch and goes down the field. Just couldn't bring it in for Fulton. Great work from Nadia Ellie, and equally good pressure from Papadakis. Need a ball. What do we need? No, we've got a sub. So we've got two over there, ref. Right, Gemma Martin coming off, getting a rest with only 2 minutes to go. But, typical Gemma Martin, 88 minutes. No goal. But plenty of assists, plenty of good work up front. Sub that's come on is number 9. And Holly Wilson will move into the circle where she is with Sophia Pablo at the moment. Now Nikki Kalidis has an opportunity. Pablo gets there first too. Ball comes away with Terrell Collins. Will go back to a keeper. No pressure on Carla. So Kasha Carla can just dip it over the top. Anion Smith will try and bring it in and does. Papadakis gives her the pressure. Anion Smith goes around McCrillis. Now she's running in. Hoffman says, I'm here. Ball comes in. It's going to go over Hoffman. Now it's a race where Holly Wilson's in front of Pablo, and she turns it down through a throw-in on the grandstand side. We have a minute and a half of regulation time to go. Can Casuarina get one? Can they get one? Throw in. Goes back to the thrower. Moves infield. Ball comes loose. Nadia Lely, always conscious of the number 10. And she'll come again, Nadia. Well played. Holly Wilson with the ball. The sub throws in over the top of Rihanna, and Rihanna Myatt heads it on. Smart header, but it's not going to find the intended target this time. So it's back here with Nikki Kalidis, who pushes one through, but not past Daphne Shalakis. Wilson nutmegs Sophia. Nikki Kalidis finds space, turns back in again, goes again. It's going to be a yellow card for Nikki for that. She's been frustrated the last 10 minutes. Anyhow, still time. Coach taking the opportunity to have a chat to Ellis while the name is put in the book. Referee says, let's go, let's go. He says, let's go. Matty Hadjic stealing every second he can. Ball comes through. Cleared away by McCrillis. Shot from Daphne. It's going to be awkward bounce, but collected by Hordas.
We're into 3 minutes of time added on. There'll be 3 of those time added minutes.
Right, opportunity for Casuarina now. Time added is all they've got. Ellie McCrillis, lovely work from the captain. Got a player down. Who is that? Myatt's in there early. Doesn't like the look of that. Papadakis is standing. Sophia's back here. So that could be. No, Steph's down there. Looks like it's Terrell Collins from here. Yep, it is. And a day goes out. Another great volunteer in this National Volunteer Week. We're into time added. 1-0 advantage to Hellenic, running right to left on your screen. Battle of the champions and the heavyweights here. Nikki Kalidas just got a yellow card, hands on hips, talking to Sophia Pablo. Players catching their breath, some in having a chat. And Anna Day and Rihanna Myatt still with some concern over Terrell Collins. Terrell's been what Terrell does. He's been brilliant all afternoon. Such a hard worker. Holly Wilson coming out to get more instructions from Matty Hadjic. He does not let a second go to invest in his players. Now she's up. Strong young player is Terrell Collins. She's going to have to go from the field. That's not looking good. Oh, that's no good. She's so important on Wednesday night too. She's in the most awkward hopping situation, but she's finally made it to the sideline. Looks like little Mary Coombe will come in as a replacement. Anna Day will stay with her. Rihanna Myatt with some more instructions on how to manage. And Mary Coombe will run out. Number 2. She's got her crowd today. Terrell Collins still in pain, the poor thing. I hope it's not too serious. Not just for the club or her, but for the women's game. She's such an entertaining person. Look at that. Mary Coombe getting a hug from Nadia Lely. I love the women's game here. The concern and compassion for each other is fantastic. Right, we have a throw-in. Game's back in again. We're into time added. There'll be more time added for that. Ball's thrown through from the captain for Hellenic. Now Onion Smith on it. She goes back. Ball goes out of play. Throw in. Now she's going to go the other way. Fulton tried to pull one there. Collins swivelling around away from the goal line, sideline. She's been replaced. She's going to stay there until the end of the game instead of doing the long walk around the back of the goals, which would be a good 300-metre walk or 200-metre walk. Not necessary when you can do a 61. Fulton brought down. Ball's gone out of play. Papadakis says sorry, but it'll be a throw-in for the Blue and Whites. I think Fulton thought it was their way, but it's not. She looks up a bit surprised. So the ball's at the wrong end for Casuarina. And on the feet of the wrong player. She puts one over the top. And collected by Hordas and Michelina will roll one out. Does so to Missop. Missop will go again. Goes to Pablo. Pablo lets a skip pass, but now Mike comes in with a tackle. Pablo will collect. Pablo throws in. Throws in. Goes back from Hoffman. Just didn't work. So Mike says, Shalakis has it. Throws in. Back to Myatt. Myatt's got 2 on her. Hoffman moves in. Comes away for Pablo. Pablo, lovely work. Gets it on to Kalidas if she can get there, but Steph Trakillis gets there first. Nadia Lely with a nice work. Only as far as number 7, who looks up, assessed the situation, but couldn't get to Papadakis because Newcomb's header was in the way. Now Fulton wins it. Here is an opportunity. If she can get around, she does. And Jubilee Weo on a run. McCrillis stays with her. Good tackle, all ball. Ball comes back in. That needed to be collected by a Rowdy, but it wasn't. There goes the whistle. And we do have a result. And the result goes the Blue and Whites ones on this occasion. These guys have titanic fights every game. And it's usually a goal in it. And this time it was. And for this occasion, it goes to the Blue and Whites. So Hellenic will go home tonight, 1-0 winners. Both teams will go back to training on Monday, get their squads ready. Matt Hadjic, Martinio Suarez will all work on getting their squads ready for the FNT Challenge Cup on Wednesday night. Knockout football, one of the teams will go through tonight. With this result, it's just the Premier League. Well, not just, it's the Premier League and it's week in and week out. So these teams continue on in their pursuit of a premiership. So a goal, and only one to separate these teams, and a goal scored by the young number 10, Sophia McCrillis, adding to 8 for the season so far. My name is Bruce Stalder. This has been FNT TV's presentation of the last game of Round 7 of the Women's Premier League here at Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium. Hope you've enjoyed it in the crowd. They certainly did. If at home, I hope you did. We'll take a short break and hopefully talk to one of the Hellenic players and then close off the night. Welcome to Larrakia Park, Darwin Football Stadium. What a titanic struggle. Exactly basically what we expected. I've got the captain of Hellenic here, Ellie McCrillis. Ellie, those games always go that way. One goal, either way, draw, you know, it was another one, wasn't it?
Yep. We had to work very hard tonight, I think. I always tell the girls let's not get complacent because that one goal can be taken away from us very quickly.
Yeah, let's just talk about that goal. Sophia McCrillis, she leads the golden boot. Yep. She just has a beautiful balanced run and she just went around and turned, bang, in.
Yep, very composed, very relaxed.
Yeah, and she's like 3.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
Much younger than us.
Yeah, she is. Now, let's just, especially me. With Terrell Collins, so sad to see her go down. She's just one of those players in the club you need.
Yep. Such
a good hard worker. Any news on that? Seems like it's an ankle.
I think she's all right, hopefully. We had to carry her off, unfortunately, but hopefully push through it because we definitely need her.
Yeah, well, the carry off was as funny as the most comedy shows I see. But look, I hope she's okay. It was in the ankle, so she'll be back on Wednesday night. Let's just quickly talk about Wednesday night. It's semi-final. It's knockout football. One will go through. How are you going to prepare this week?
We just got to make sure. Sorry.
It's
we
all
just
right.
have to make sure that we stay composed on the day. You know, we can't expect to win again. We just have to make sure that we're switched on and going 100 mile an hour like we did tonight.
Yeah, and also, I mean, you got to play your game too. You know, You can't get sucked into playing other teams' games.
Yeah,
and
exactly right.
I think in some ways tonight, Casuarina followed you guys a little bit too much. So they'll come back renewed and they'll have a different approach. So to your point, composure is going to be key.
Yeah, we got to make sure we work hard like we did and we can't slack off just because they're going to want to win now.
That's for sure. Now, listen, last thing I want to say, it's volunteer week across the country. You want amazing volunteers. You do a lot at the club. You not just play, but you coach. You coach with Football Northern Territory as well in the vacation and other stuff. So why do you volunteer? What's the fun you get out of that?
Just the love of the game, you know. It's very rewarding, especially with the younger kids. You know, I try to teach them that's not all about winning. It's just about working hard and having a good time. And, you know, you make such good friendships playing the game. So I think that's the most important thing.
Incredible wise words. And how old are you again?
I'm 19.
Yeah, there we go. See, 19, talking about the young ones. Always good to see you. The captain of Hellenic, Ellie McCrillis, and looking forward to your Wednesday night. It's going to be another battle. My name is Bruce Stoller. Thank you for joining us on Football Northern Territory TV. We have a result. Round 7's gone. On night, Friday, Litchfield won. Saturday afternoon, Mindle. And today, Sunday, it has been a win for the Blue and Whites. We'll see you again on Wednesday. Make sure you join us 7:15 for the semi-final of the FNT Women's Challenge Cup.